Welcome to Internet Supreme Court, the show where we judge the weekly cultural zeitgeist. I'm Chief Justice Bacon, and with me are a bunch of our dishonorable judges. Welcome the first dishonorable judge, Judge Lopez.
Howdy.
How's it going, Nate? How are you?
Well, I'm doing well. I counted today.
Counted. Just. You okay? Nate?
No, I'm dying.
You okay, Lopez?
You want me to cough right into the microphone?
Can you not into the off?
No. I will
you
not.
Okay?
I think so. I went down the wrong pipe.
Do you have any water or something by you?
I don't know. I'd rather die on mine.
Is this going to be the whole show? Are you going to be
Just
like this?
Me coughing. Just
no.
me coughing. Yeah, you're welcome.
God damn it. Let's also welcome dishonorable judge Katie Hampton.
Oh man, did you take a toke right before coming on there?
No, I wish. I wish, man.
That just made me crave some things.
Yeah. Oh God, it went down the wrong pipe. So what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Wow. And let's also welcome dishonorable Judge Matt Kelly.
Thank you. See, that's called support. Okay. Big yes and right there. Thank you.
That is. Thank you. Thank you. Judge Katie, we do have a guest dishonorable judge with us this week. Why don't you introduce them?
Well, they are the star of A-List Casting, a series that I am also in, but unnamed in. And they are also, you could have seen them on Third Rock from the Sun, Home Improvement, or many other things. Please, everybody, welcome Artie Anderson.
Yeah. Damn it.
He's done a lot of work, but this is the peak for him, baby. Internet Supreme Court.
I've arrived.
This is going on your reel for sure.
It's a pleasure to be here. I got roped in through our producers and through Katie, and I love Katie, so I'm like, whatever Katie does, I'm involved because
See,
I'm a fan.
That is the attitude everyone should have.
Yeah.
When, they think of Katie.
As long as she's not named, apparently. If she's unnamed, then we're fine with it.
She's called Tall Actress in the show.
Okay. All right. Ooh, okay. All right.
The producers refuse to name me.
Yeah, you're like Voldemort to them.
I once auditioned for a role in a movie, and it was Ugly Bystander. So Tall Actress is very good.
Wow. Are you in my grandma's house? I'm like, wait a minute.
I love this. Welcome to a Victorian mansion.
I'm just mad you took that role from me there, Nate. So
yeah. No, Nate Lopez lives in Boston, Massachusetts, and if you've ever been there, the whole place is haunted.
That's just what we do.
There you go.
It's my obsession with Zoom. I never look at people's faces. I'm always looking in the background saying, what do they have going on?
What is that? This is, I do love this room. This is actually my youngest son's room. So I don't know. I've probably given him a complex.
He's very sophisticated, clearly.
Dad has to wear a wig every Thursday night. Go
in your bedroom. Don't come in here for at least an hour.
Oh, isn't
it also weird that your kid's eyesight keeps getting worse?
I think maybe I am a bad dad.
All right, I think Nate Lopez is guilty of being a bad father.
Okay, I'll take that on. I'm okay with this.
Sorry, Artie.
You know what? Let's move along. We got a lot of great cases today. Let's go to Nate Lopez's. You brought the case of Too Many Cooks.
I did. I have already shared it. If you would like to put that up.
Ooh.
Wonderful. Today, we're going to talk about Too Many Cooks. This is probably the first charge I'm bringing up on it, on this particular case. But I would like to make the case today that Too Many Cooks is the finest comedy horror movie ever made. Ladies and gentlemen, the date is October 28th, 2014. This is a Tuesday. The time is 4 a.m. If you are slightly middle-aged, an entering middle-aged Nate Lopez. You are awake and you are having some whiskeys by yourself, watching TV at 4 a.m. It's C-Lab 2021. It ends, and this comes on. Too Many Cooks. It blows your mind. You can't believe you just saw it, and you don't think anyone will ever believe that you saw it there, but you did. That's my claim to fame. Some people were at a famous Yankees game. Some people were at a presidential assassination. I guess I don't know. Old people. I was.
You started that sentence
normally.
and then instantly went to the worst part.
I don't know. There's people alive in 1963.
Okay.
People did live in Texas and were on that route.
Thank you. See, again, Matt Kelly.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Premonition. Let's. I thought you were having a premonition.
Stop.
Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy.
Let's stay on Too Many Cooks. Let's stay on this.
So you watch this, it blows your mind. You rewind, watch it again because it's so awesome. Let's talk about why it's so awesome. First off is memory lane. Too Many Cooks is an example of using nostalgia to scare people. Okay, this is really a horror when you break it down. Why is it a horror? Well, I have a theory. I think that most of our entertainment that we were raised on, of our particular generations, I'd say we're mostly Gen X and older millennials here, we were raised on nostalgia. It kind of started when we were kids, Happy Days. I know my parents used to watch Happy Days, and I got a lot of Happy Days that made us nostalgic for a time that we weren't even alive for. Next, Star Wars. Yeah, it was original IP, but also it was kind of a nostalgia trip for Buck Rogers, for those old serials, things that we had heard of, that we were aware of. And again, building this nostalgia for something that we never experienced. Then the big one, Back to the Future. I think that this shaped a lot of our pop culture, the way we consume pop culture, the way we look at it. This, again, was like Happy Days, made us nostalgic for a time period that my dad was barely alive for.
Yeah.
And this kind of carried on. You can see it going. Beastie Boys with Sabotage coming up as another big one, right? We had a big 70s wave. We had a big 80s wave, but it kind of culminates in the MCU. This is really just nostalgia. That's all it is, right? Nostalgia for comic books, nostalgia for this movie, nostalgia. That's what they're selling to us. The thing about nostalgia, though, is that it can get scary. When you look at it, or when you think about it, we were also a generation raised on horror. This is a still from Ghostbusters, a film rated PG. It also had a ghost blowjob in it, so I don't know how family friendly that movie was, but I remember this particular scene, seeing it at a drive-in and hiding in the back seat for the rest of the movie. We had scary stories to tell in the dark. This was a book that just the illustrations would scare me. I would look at these and then I would scare myself and I'd look at them again.
Yep.
We had Are You Afraid of the Dark? We had these sons of bitches.
Oh my God,
Return to
Wheelers?
Oz and the Wheelers.
The Wheelers?
Yeah, we had some scary shit growing up. And then we had the most traumatic pop culture event of all time, The Swamp of Sadness. This was our meat and potatoes growing up, right? And I truly believe that we were a weird generation where it was okay to scare us. It was just the thing that our parents did, our grandparents, our aunts and uncles. We got scared. So we started doing it to ourselves. We made Winnie the Pooh as it went into public domain. We turned it into a horror, a terrible horror. Do not recommend. Not even fun to watch as a joke. We have Five Nights at Freddy's, Chuck E. Cheese, Showbiz Pizza, more nostalgia horror. But then we have some of my favorite.
Oh,
yeah. Don't Hug Me, I think this is called.
Don't Hug Me, I'm scared.
Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Nostalgia for Sesame Street, but just awful.
Amazing.
And then The Back Rooms. This is just nostalgia for something that never happened, which is kind of everything that we've sort of looked at here. We haven't really been a part of any of this, but it's all nostalgia based. This all culminated in Too Many Cooks. When you look at Too Many Cooks,
It takes a lot to make
Starts off pretty normal. Just a typical sitcom beginning, and this is what you see. But it feels a little off. Okay, if you look in the background, the colors are bad. Just bad, bad, bad. It's low res. It's everybody's expressions are just a little bit too big as you go through, right? They're just a little weird.
Where
Can't
did you
figure
find
out
only
why.
a 57-second clip of 2 minutes?
Just the intro.
I mean, I have to ask,
Yeah.
Artie.
What'd you?
Artie, have you ever seen Too Many Cooks?
No, but something just clicked in my brain. That horse that was in the quicksand, what was that?
Atreyu?
What was that?
That was Never Ending Story.
Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
Okay, I never realized there were two things I was afraid of as a kid. A, I'm going to die in quicksand. Two, I'm going to just catch on fire. Because it was always like, where's the quicksand? I swear to God, I grew up in Wisconsin, but it's going to happen. And stop, drop, and roll. We were told, stop, drop, and roll.
Yep.
Like, when you catch on fire, it's not like if. It's like, kids, when you catch on fire, we want you to stop, drop, and roll. So this is all really hitting home to me. Like, this makes so much sense. Thank you, Lopez.
I totally get it. I was afraid of quicksand, starting on fire, earthquakes.
Yes, I want to take back what I said about your son's room and the chandelier. I feel really bad because you're changing my perspective in life right now. So continue.
Well, you're going to feel really bad when you find out Nate has been dead for 30 years.
So you're looking at Too Many Cooks. The first thing it opens with is almost a shot-for-shot remake of the step-by-step opening, which was almost a shot-for-shot remake of the Full House opening, which is almost a shot-for-shot remake of Family Matters, which is almost, and so on and so on and so forth. It's the TGI Friday lineup, the ABC lineup. They all had the same format in the early 90s. As you go through, you start to see more and more nostalgia. You see an Alf Snarf character in our friend Smurf. But again, look, it's just too much, right? It's just a little scary. He's got, first of all, any word that ends in F, I don't know why, but it looks alien. I don't like it. It's just off-putting. He's got fangs. He's playing an electric organ. There's a plate over here. There's one of those touch lamps, and everything is bland, gross, beige, and out of focus. That's kind of terrifying. Smurf is way scarier than Snarf or Alf, in my opinion. As you keep going, we get more and more genres. You get the Mary Tyler Moore Show genre. You get Dallas. You get Cagney and Lacey. You get Wonder Woman. You even get G.I. Joe. All of these are shows that we were kind of raised on. Maybe we didn't really watch many of them. Our parents sure did. I know my dad watched Cagney and Lacey and Dallas, which was crazy. My mom watched Wonder Woman. I don't know anyone that watched Mary Tyler Moore Show, to be honest with you. It was a little bit before me, but I watched the hell out of G.I. Joe. My point is that Too Many Cooks hit on all of these, and we remember, or we have touchstones for all of this. When you look at nostalgia and that kind of, I'm going to go back a couple slides. When you look at nostalgia through that lens, this kind of horror lens, right? You get this off-putting feeling, kind of reminiscent again of the Backrooms. It just feels weird. It feels gross. It feels off. Nostalgia is supposed to be comforting, and this truly is not. So as you keep going, you also get into their next joke, which has repetition. Repetition.
It's got all those robes on it. Rogues? Rudes? How come I can't say that word?
This is one of my favorite movies, Black Sheep. They're just saying roads back to each other. We used to think this was the funniest thing that ever happened.
It's got all those robes on it.
But it illustrates one of my favorite little yeah. You keep saying a word over and over and over again. Eventually it loses all meaning and it just becomes a sound. Too Many Cooks is kind of the master of this. There's a part about 1:41 in where they copy the Roseanne opening. I tried to catch a good John Goodman part here because Roseanne's the devil, but they're going around the table just like Roseanne starts, and you get that good Roseanne feeling. But you also get some WB. This is the Ellen Cleghorn show. I don't know if you remember that. Nobody watched it, but
forgot about that name. I know that name.
yeah,
I don't think I watched a second of it, but I remember it being advertised regularly.
yeah. This woman's a trailblazer on SNL. She deserves way more respect than she gets. But so Ellen Cleghorn, true American hero. Look her up. She's great. But she had a sitcom on the WB it was pretty typical of what was going on the WB at the time. At the same time this is happening, Lonely Island has one of their biggest hits with this a little video called Dear Sister. The whole joke is just based on repetition. They're playing the same song over and over and over and over and over again. It kind of blew up the internet. So we're very used to this repetition. Then there's the famous Family Guy. This is still going on. This is a 25-year recurring joke that just won't die.
Also in Fortnite.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. And you get that here. Too many cooks. The Roseanne opening. We're going around. Now this is minute 41 into Too Many Cooks. And the song is really starting to get into your head. And now you get into the surreal. And these things, this is a never-ending shot. Still going. We're still going. It's uncomfortable now. We're wondering when it's going to start. What the fuck? A fireman? And now a police officer. So you keep going with this until it gets... Oh, hello, my puppy's here. Until it gets into the surreal. Uh-oh. She unplugged everything. You bad.
We can still hear you.
Hang on a second.
I can hear you, Nate.
Okay.
We could hear you.
Oh.
I am the king of technical difficulties today. So, why am I bringing all this up? Well, there's one more thing I want to talk about. Genre. You see repetition, you have nostalgia, and you have genre. Genre changes abruptly in a few things that we grew up with. The biggest example I could think of is From Dusk Till Dawn. It goes from action, crime thriller, hard genre shift into vampire horror.
Oh.
But it doesn't stop there. Guns N' Roses, November Rain, goes from hardcore metal to what the fuck are we in this soft power ballad now? Huge genre shift right in the middle. Goodfellas, we get a giant genre shift in a genre shift, right? It's crime. It's more of a happy crime movie. We get the genre shift inside of the Eric Clapton song and Layla. We're playing the instrumental and everything changes. This is the turning point in the movie. Whenever you shift genres, it tends to be jarring enough that it's uncomfortable. You see here, we went from that Roseanne into our police show. Ridiculous, it's still nostalgic, very dumb, but it's a huge genre shift right in the middle. Music changes, and now you're like, what the fuck am I watching? Because you're 2 minutes into this, it's changed genre, and this whole thing is just weird as hell. So you keep going, and now you get to the fourth point, the fourth wall. When you think about the fourth wall, the biggest example I can think of was Ferris Bueller. He talked right to the camera. This is kind of a huge deal. Ferris talks to us in the movie. Deadpool is obviously the big fourth wall breaker. But he also had The Office. So we were kind of used to this fourth wall being broken. Now, the way they break the fourth wall in this particular comedy sketch reminds me more of The Ring. The Ring broke the fourth wall inside of the fourth wall, I guess. Our characters had their fourth wall broken by this demon girl. It's the same thing going on right here. You have this poor girl combing her hair. Now they're holding on her a little bit. What the fuck is this over here in the corner? It's 4 a.m., gang. It's 4 a.m., and this happens. They have shifted genres, and now they brought a murderer into it who's killing people. From there, it turns into a little horror, more action, or more horror tropes, more of a what's the word I'm looking for? A Jason style
Slasher.
Horror. Slasher, thank you.
There you go. Yeah.
Right? and you're a little. It feels weird watching it because oh no, I went way too far. Sorry about that. It feels weird watching it because it doesn't just happen. It feels like it's been creeping up on you. When you watch it a second time, you realize that is because the guy has been in the background the whole time. You want to see that again? If you look here, right there. He just keeps showing up. He shows up real early. At first, you think it's just a little throwaway joke, but then he starts showing up in every single scene. Eventually, he starts murdering everyone, and it becomes a whole deal. The whole thing ends with the Jack Nicholson shot. The big family has their picture, Brady Bunch style. The murderer is in the center. Now, why do I bring this up? When you first watch it, like I watched it that night, 4 a.m., little buzzed by myself, thinking this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but it creeped me the hell out, and I couldn't figure out why. I know I liked it, but I knew it was also scary and weird. Looking back at this, they use a perfect amount of nostalgia, repetition, genre change, fourth wall breaking, and horror tropes to make it kind of the perfect horror movie. I don't think it's garbage. I don't think it's a throwaway Adult Swim fucking video they threw up at 4 a.m. because that's all they had. I really think this is pretty damn good horror for a specific generation of people. And I don't think it gets enough respect. So I'm asking you to vote innocent, not guilty on Too Many Cooks. It is not guilty of being throwaway 4 a.m. bullshit. It's actually a really, really good horror movie. I rest my case.
Well, love that we talked about Too Many Cooks this much. This was always, I mean, I remember this was like one of those things where I did not watch it at 4 a.m, but probably on October 29th, I woke up to like 8 different people who had sent it to me being like, you need to watch this. This is totally up your alley.
Yeah, and the 4 a.m. Twitter that night was crazy.
Yeah.
Comparatively to when it's not?
Yeah.
But I think what really also stands out about Too Many Cooks is like it's definitely something that people keep trying to replicate. I believe literally last year Nick Frost was in a movie that is like very Too Many Cooks inspired, and by all accounts people were like, it does not work as a 90-minute movie. It's just too much. But also I don't think it's a thing that can be done again because like the nostalgia for that specific thing is gone. Yep. You know what I mean? Like we're the generation that grew up on a 1.5-minute long opening credit scene to sitcoms. Even like I was a kid who sometimes I would just watch the opening credits to a sitcom. So I was like, I don't really care about this, but the song's a banger. So I'm going to like listen to the song.
Cheers, Night Court.
Yeah, you'd like watch it and then move on. Whereas now, like most TV show theme songs are like 10 seconds and it's done. You know what I mean? Like it's like a shot with the song, credit, move on. So you can't even do like a modern Too Many Cooks to the modern sitcom.
Well, part of it too was just how long it lasted. I mean, it's an 11.5-minute.
It's really long,
right? And at the time, that was 10 times longer than anything else. You know, now I don't know. Like we have TikTok, sure, but also we have 40-minute videos on YouTube that we regularly watch. You know, you can't really surprise people with an 11-minute video anymore.
This feels like also the last time that like Adult Swim successfully did something this crazy, because like before there was, I know that a podcaster on Geekscape, Shane O'Hare, did a whole video on the YouTube channel about the early days of Adult Swim. And before Adult Swim was a thing, they would just like at 3 a.m. just like drop an episode of the Brack Show just to see like, would people start talking about it? Like this is like almost going all the way back to the early beginnings of that, of like, let's just unannounced drop something during the hours that we don't think anyone's watching and see if anyone notices.
That's how Rick and Morty started.
Yeah. And notice it, they did.
Smiling Friends also did the same thing, I think. Yeah, I like the way that they do stuff. And also we've kind of, I think Too Many Cooks did such a good job with lampooning this and doing nobody should even try. It's done. We did it. It's great. move on. We already have so much nostalgia now for everything, and we're like, all right, we think we're done with that nostalgia now. And then we kind of move on and we're like, well, what about this new nostalgia? Oh yeah, I love that. 5 years later, I love that one. Yeah.
Well, you're seeing people like being nostalgic for just like things that are already nostalgic for things, like the prequels. It's the weirdest thing.
Oh yeah. So yeah, not guilty. It's amazing. Too Many Cooks, one of the coolest things that's been made in the last 10 years. Awesome.
I agree. It's an interesting video. I remember somebody sent it to me, and I think around that 2-minute mark is when I went down and scrolled to see how long that video was.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually sat through the entirety of Too Many Cooks, and Artie, I know this might be a little bit confusing, but that is a 10-11 minute long introduction to a show that doesn't exist called Too Many Cooks.
Yeah, and it's just this song. It cycles through these genres. It's like you're about to watch a sitcom, but the sitcom never starts. It's just that song and these weird things going on. I'm sorry if I confused you. I apologize.
No, it's fine. Katie, continue. I have a couple of comments, but I'll wait.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, I like now knowing the history of all of this and seeing all the reference points. It makes me appreciate it way more than I used to, because I was fully willing to go into this and give this a big old, guilty. But I changed my mind because what a thing to release at 4 a.m. on a network TV show. So I'm going to have to go with not guilty. Like,
look at that.
Is incredible. And yeah, you can't recreate that, especially with YouTube or something like that these kinds of days. So
yeah, I think the closest we've come is like those Yule log things that Adult Swim will do, where it starts off with like a Christmas Yule log, and if you're willing to sit for the hour and a half, it gets really weird and crazy somewhere along the way. But
Artie, what do you think?
Yeah,
you didn't know anything about this before.
I didn't. But here's what I'm gathering so far. I'm in Mary Tyler Moore's neighborhood. I'm not kidding. So when you said Mary Tyler Moore, I'm like,
That's
what?
amazing.
I'm in Minneapolis right now in her neighborhood. Bacon, I need you to call me because your voice is so soothing. So
thank you.
maybe like 10 minutes before bed,
Thank you.
I would love just like say, read the Constitution or whatever, just to like soothe me.
you
It's
should hear
wonderful.
him sing.
Oh yeah.
Really. Oh, I look forward to that. And then the other thing that I got stuck on was words that end with an F. Lopez, you threw me with that.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there the whole time going, oh, laugh. Oh, wait, no, not laugh. Half. So my mind was a little distracted with your
cut in half.
that end in F. Yeah.
Half is never a good thing.
Yeah.
You never you're getting paid half less.
Exactly. And who's less? No, so I got a little distracted, but I appreciated what was being presented. Your presentation, I mean, if I were to give it a grade, it's say A+. It was
Well, I appreciate that.
yeah. So I would have to say I'm just going with the group here because not guilty. I'm really intrigued. I'm going to do my research tonight after pickleball.
Watch it.
And yeah.
Oh,
It's definitely worth a watch. I think it's odd, and if you were raised on TV like I was, you'll recognize everything in it. You'll just recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, we got a not guilties all the way around.
Nice.
Who's our Matt? Matt, our second case. Is it a cold case, Matt? What do we got?
It
this week?
is a cold case. This is a cold case that I was reminded of last night, actually. So show of hands, who here likes a little bit of 80s hair metal? Anybody? Just me? Just a little bit? Okay. Who here remembers?
Like
Who here remembers a group that went by the name Cinderella?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Had a couple good jams. So Cinderella is from the exact area where I live.
Oh my God!
And-
More garbage people.
And there's an artifact. There's an artifact that I found many years ago.
The worst part of Philadelphia. just so you know,
Philadelphia.
Artie.
Yeah, just outside of
Thank you.
Philadelphia.
Delco.
Some of the members of of Cinderella, in fact, frequent the used CD store that I still go to on a regular basis. And you always know when one of them's in there.
That is
What
the
a
worst
sentence.
name drop in the history of name drops.
What a
I wanted
sentence to
to
say.
I know.
What a sentence that I just heard.
It's always, you always know when one of them is in there because there's way more people in the CD store talking to this guy about the old days.
God,
You don't get it though. I saw the drummer from Dawkins at the Arby's I go to. It's pretty sweet.
can you guys just go to a bar like a normal?
So I have the video queued up here. Listen, times are hard as a band. And maybe before your record contract, you got to make ends meet in your hometown. And here is a commercial that Cinderella did 2 years before they got signed.
Oh, what?
Oh boy. Woo! All right, we got to talk about that child being force fed, right? That's first thing. Go to that. Let's get that right out of the way. First of all, that was a hostage situation I just saw. No, it's pretty. It's in the middle.
Yeah, we'll get there. Look at that logo.
God damn.
That logo itself is terrifying.
Look, the song's great. The lighting's horrible. There's a lot of things, but we got to talk about this. Oh man.
I love the logo.
Oh! Have you seen this child?
Oh God. Okay.
He's gone missing.
The guy on the right looks like every sketch artist. Like, we're looking for this guy. He's murdered 5 people.
Oh my God. The kid in the middle looks like he has bad parents.
I've never seen such a scared look on a child's face in a commercial in my entire life.
Yeah, that is definitely
Probably
way too big, one. And then two, he does not want to be doing that.
Well, it's probably 2 a.m. is my guess as well.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Oh my God.
I also have to, if you watch, he's like twisting it into his mouth.
Well, it's too big for his mouth. And the kid's dressed like a My Buddy doll. Oh my God.
See, the other part that I always jump to
logo
is the drummer drumming on nothing, right? He's just air drumming behind the rest of the band.
Yes, I think it's Separate Ways video. The Journey keyboardist does air keyboarding. It's I think second only to this.
Yeah.
Is it an all-male band?
Yeah. Cinderella was pinnacle in the glam rock era.
They fit into a compact car space.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's like my Aunt Cindy. That's my Aunt Cindy, I swear to God.
They all have to eat these hot dogs
Oh
on
my
camera.
God. Can we talk about how great the song is? Pat's dogs! Pat's chili dogs! Pat's dogs!
Can you go to
you
that
also
part where
have
they
to
were
love-
dancing?
Sure. Let me try to find it.
Just play the whole thing over and over again.
we'll
I could
just
watch
keep
this.
looking
I can go to
there's an
sleep to
old
this.
person dancing on the left in one of these, so we may not see him again.
Is that hold on? Is that a
Yeah, you
dumpster?
Go back where you were. Go right back to where you were.
Do we?
Is that a
Right there,
dumpster?
on the
Oh
left.
my God! There's a man in the back. An
that guy on the left?
apparition. Back left. Back left. There's a man who just appears from the darkness to
Somebody's
dance
bookie.
What?
He looks
like a
an
moth
extra
to a
good
flame.
Wait, he's got like a full face covering of like a white something. What is that?
I think
Oh.
it's
Is he a
his
Thin Man?
face.
I think that's just his face. I think it's the direct lighting, and he's wearing glasses.
He
Yeah.
looks like an extra in Goodfellas to me. I don't know.
Oh my
He looks like
God!
he's a
Somebody's
thin
bookie.
man.
This is the best hot dog stand commercial I've ever seen.
Well, and like the thing that I love is how lazy the lyrics are, right? Because it's like the lyrics I believe are, and I haven't pulled them up,
I
But
remember him. It's Pat's dogs.
but I
Pat's
believe,
chili dogs.
but then I believe
Pat's
it's the next line is just open 24 hours. And then one of the lines is definitely there's 2 locations. And
Yes.
then they just sing the
Some-
names of the locations.
Hey, some songs are just informative. Okay,
Yeah.
they can't
And
all
I-
be all along the watchtower.
And I just love these like grainy stock photos of the buildings with text thrown
Well,
over
it
top
is
of them.
weird to see it during the day when it's clearly shot at night. So it
Yeah.
is kind of jarring. Oh, God, every time that
Poor
kid.
kid.
Look at that guy jamming in the back. Hats,
There's Aunt Cindy.
dogs.
Aunt Cindy,
Oh.
this makes me not feel so bad that I did a new mail commercial. Like, I'm not shamed anymore.
Wow.
Some ladies showed up towards the end. Look, there they are in the,
Oh,
in the right
but that
hand.
guy's still there, the apparition.
Yeah.
This guy just shows up when hair metal starts playing. Huh?
The phantom of the hot dog
Yeah.
stand.
Did you see him? That's old Mort.
Oh, can we talk about the logo a little bit more, please?
Oh,
Who eats a hot dog
that
one that
logo.
way? I've never
Yeah.
seen anyone eat it
this
long
why
way.
they-
Coming in sideways on that hot dog.
Chili dog with no chili on it.
Also,
It looks like the Joker. Okay, this is the
does.
Joker eating a chili dog.
and what
along
are
with-
those
There's no
lines
chili.
doing? Is the head spinning around like a full
Like, it's the
360?
juiciness. I think it's the juiciness. Like,
Oh no, that's the
like-
juices coming off the side, but behind them, what is that?
Oh,
And the
oh, they-
hands. The
oh,
hands
because
are weird.
they're just ravenously.
Are those hands wrong?
They
Oh,
seem like
wait.
they're wrong.
Oh, the hands are definitely wrong. Because
Oh my
look at where the
God.
thumb is on
Those
the
hands are
handle.
wrong. Pats, come on. I held
they're
you at a
right.
high standard.
No, they're
Now, as
right.
far as I can tell, Pets is no longer with us.
I can't believe it.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Cinderella's commercial did not save Pat's
It's the
dogs.
Cinderella curse.
It is.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Voting this thing's fucking guilty, right? Like this.
This thing is guilty.
This
of
is cursed
everything.
as can be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say innocent if you think Cinderella should have put that on one of their albums.
Even easier
Yes.
guilty.
Easy. Guilty, hands down.
I feel like I need to go and search for that child just to make sure that child's okay.
Gone.
They're okay.
Long gone.
I'm going guilty
Are-
as well, but just FYI, there's a Pat's Chili Dogs in Tucson, Arizona now.
I did see that they went
Nice.
to the other side of the country, probably
Nice
where they couldn't be
research,
found
Arnie.
for killing that kid in that commercial.
No, they,
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Perfect. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute recess. Just a quick 5 Quick 5. Get a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever. When we come back, Katie, we're gonna learn about Fortnite AI Darth Vader, and then I have a cold case about Eagleman, a local Chicago commercial. 3 commercials that they just get crazier and crazier. So stick around for that.
Bye.
Bye. Welcome back. Everyone have a good break?
Yes.
Such a good break.
Hey, I love a show with a pee break. That's like right up my alley.
Show with a pee break.
Boom, boom. Girl needs to get a hold
Enjoy
of
the
that.
show with a pee break in it, girl.
Come on,
I'm calling
Ernie.
Cinderella right now. Cinderella?
There you go.
Maybe we could implement that into Pat's Chili Dogs. Pee break, chili dogs.
I like that.
Pee. I
Nice
got a
riff in the
pee
middle.
break,
Little
chili
break down.
dogs on my face.
No.
Yes.
Good one.
Oh, Nate, did you not
Ugh.
like that? Was that not going to be for Eurovision?
I just pictured the that poor kid with
The hostage.
commercial.
The
Yeah.
hostage. Yes.
Yes.
I remember seeing his face. I will always remember it. As the terrified look into a hot dog was corkscrewed into his mouth. It's the last time he saw
By
his mom.
Cinderella of all. Good God.
By Cinderella.
I guess we should be
all
thankful it's
smile.
not Motley Crue.
True.
You know, kids these days are too pampered. They've never gotten harassed by Cinderella at a hot dog stand, and it shows.
It does. It shows every time.
Could have been Ozzy Osbourne. That could have been done.
Good
Oh,
God.
yeah, no.
That's yeah, at least everybody knows who he is.
You know, I used to do a Sharon Osbourne impression in my stand-up.
Oh.
Ozzy, Ozzy. I don't know.
Oh
not
man,
good. That was
Sharon
pretty good.
Osbourne's here? What happened?
What was that?
Ozzy, you little doggies.
Her and her dog.
I know. I love that your dog is licking your face. She
They
loves
really
it.
respond to that. They really respond to
love
a
it.
Sharon Osbourne. If
They
you
love
ever meet a dog, just do a Sharon Osbourne and they'll love you. Oh, doggies! Ozzy, take your pills, me doggies! They love that shit. Katie, you got a case, right?
I almost had a transition for that, and then
Let's get out of
lost
this
it.
before I go back into singing.
Speaking
Oh,
of, oh no. Speaking of overprivileged kids, can somebody throw my presentation up there? This is the case of Vader AI. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know too much about this, but this is something that is very topical. But first and foremost, I would like to talk about the game Fortnite. How many of you here have played Fortnite?
That was my Nate Lopez moment of I played Fortnite the very first second it was live on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting for one of these battle royale games to come out, and there was none for the PS4. And then this came out, and I played it instantly. Do I suck at it now? Yes. Has it changed? I have a lot of problems. Games shouldn't change. They should always stay the same. That's me.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Unique taste.
I only played the first Super Mario, and then after that, I'm like, stop changing it.
I've already had Mario. We're good.
Well, this is a popular free-to-play game known as a battle royale, as Bacon has instructed us. But the essential point of the game is that you drop into a map with 99 other players from all over the world, usually more in your area, but you compete to be the last person standing. The guns change, the map changes, the characters change, and you can change your skins. So the fun thing about this game is that it's basically a hot hub for any kind of fandom. And the collabs that they have been pretty epic. And one of the properties that they have incorporated into Fortnite, especially recently, was, of course, Star Wars. Now, over the last few years, Fortnite has been upping the ante when it comes to its Star Wars content. The collab started off with just skins and accessories, but slowly started becoming more about May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, being the event that they like to release their Star Wars things. But the very first time Star Wars did anything in Fortnite was when it was introduced in December of 2019. This was one of their epic collaborations for an actual live event. So the live events in Fortnite, they happen once in a while. You have to be there. You have to be logged on and playing in order to experience the live events, typically. And this was one of their very big ones. We got our very first collab in Season X with some pretty sweet skins, aka Rey, Poe Dameron, and I believe we also have Captain Phasma from Star Wars, from the newer Star Wars or the Rise of Skywalker. They opened this all up in a really cool way by our good friend Donald Mustard coming out, and also Ben Schwartz and J.J. Abrams to come and introduce the Rise of Skywalker, a never before seen clip right before the movie was supposed to release in December. And one of the great things that Fortnite does, or at least used to do, were these big live event collaborations. So one of the cool things about this is that we had a bunch of starships flying through, and you could be down there watching this whole battle happen above you, and you couldn't participate in it. It was just kind of like a cutscene. But at the end of it, everybody got lightsabers and were jumping around, and there was this big old party. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if Bacon or Nate, if you guys experienced that one.
Yeah, I did that one. My kids were super into it.
I was very into it too. I did that one, but I fell through the map and experienced the entire event underneath the map, which sucked.
Like a pervert.
Yeah, like a massive pervert. I didn't even.
The last one of these that I did was the cube.
Was the
Jesus? That was like 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was actually like right before this, wasn't it? Well, one of the cool things about this, after this happened in 2019, about 3 years later, we got our first in-game actual collab. So this is something that you could actually play with. And it was a clip of Vader fighting some of the other Fortnite characters. This was actually in the 0 Point Collision event, featuring some of the Imperial pickaxes that we got, and the Darth Vader skin himself was what they were teasing. And then we finally got in the actual game in Chapter 3, Season 3 of 2022, we finally got the boss, Darth Vader. Now, this, if you guys remember, was a very tough boss. He showed up in an area that I loved landing at. It was a very quiet area until Darth Vader landed there. And then everybody went to go try and kill Darth Vader because you could get his lightsaber and some of his powers, and you were pretty much guaranteed a victory royale if you defeated Darth Vader, but he was also very hard to kill. But let's see, going through my notes. You didn't actually hear his voice on this iteration in 2022. You just heard his deep breathing, which was creepy enough because, let's be honest, as a Star Wars fan, and I know a couple of people in here are Star Wars fans as well, hearing Darth Vader next to you is one of the craziest things when you're like that close. I don't know if any of you have played any VR with Darth Vader. There's a very excellent game on VR that's called Vader Immortal. It's terrifying. I sweat every time I hear his actual voice.
VR does more than pornography?
Yeah. Yeah, lightsabers and Darth Vader. It's actually pretty cool. But Fortnite finally announced this year that they were collaborating in a major way with Galactic Battle. This entire thing is not just one little NPC on the map. This is the entire map. The entire map is completely Star Wars'd out. There's like an AT-AT that's fallen down, and they made it eat. They have TIE fighters, they have X-Wings, they have all sorts of different characters that you can see right here on display. Mandalorian, you can have Jonesy, who is the typical Fortnite character. He's kind of the original Fortnite character, is Jonesy. He's very Star Wars'd out. We get Emperor Palpatine this year. We also got the skin for Darth Jar Jar. So, turning Jar Jar Binks into a nice Darth Sith Lord. But needless to say, I geeked out over this for a long time, and I'm a big Star Wars fan, so much to the point that any kind of interactive event or something like that is huge for me. I met Darth Vader in 2015, and this is legitimately how scared I was meeting him. Because they had the actual voice of James Earl Jones coming out of the headset somehow. I don't know how they do it, but it's James Earl Jones's actual voice, and he talks to you. And it's terrifying because he's also very tall, and I'm a tall person. I'm 6 foot, and that's how Darth Vader is leaning down to me. This was amazing, but we got Darth Vader AI. Now, I want to just show a clip of how exciting this was for a lot of streamers and a lot of people who are big Fortnite fans.
Very funny stuff. Darth Vader joined your...
A30, your never back down, never give up spirit has proven surprisingly resilient. You are worthy.
What?
You can lead this squad.
Wait, can you hear me? Hello? Hold Y to talk. Hello?
Speak plainly, Nick A30. What information do you have?
Never.
So, not only do you get Darth Vader in the game, Darth Vader now talks to you.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I
legitimate.
bet
Like you
this
have to
went well.
Oh, geez,
Oh.
Nate, can you turn down a little? Is anyone?
Oh no, it might have been me. I don't know.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. This is one of the coolest and weirdest things that we've kind of encountered is that you can actually talk to Darth Vader. If you can get to him and you can beat everybody else who's trying to get to him, he'll come and be on your squad and you can say whatever you want to him. So, of course, a lot of people took this for granted. This is a Canadian streamer, Green Skull.
Hey Darth, have you ever been to Tatooine?
Tatooine, a desolate wasteland. What is your fascination with such a backward planet? Do you seek to vacation there?
It's got lots of nice sand.
Sand. It is coarse and irritating.
I don't know. I like sand.
Does the feel of sand between your toes offer some primal comfort?
That's exactly it. Very primal, very comforting. You don't like sand?
It is coarse, irritating, and gets everywhere. A weakness, I find.
Sorry, what's coarse and gets everywhere?
You speak of the sand again, Deadpool. Its pervasive nature is tiresome. Are you seeking a poetic description of its irritating qualities?
Yes.
Very well. It is a coarse carpet, forever underfoot, a silent witness to the relentless march of time and tide, an irritant and foe. Satisfied?
So you can talk like at great lengths with Darth as long as you get him. But because of this, the first day that it was released, of course, everyone was giving him different things to say, like Haktua and different curse words that I won't say here on the channel.
Fart.
But,
Turd.
fart,
Boob.
turd, titty. But they were forced
Slapback.
to shut down AI Darth Vader because he ended up cussing out players. And so they had to retool him. They brought him back, and he's still there for the month of May, basically until the end of next week, to talk with you, hang out with you, help you get a victory royale. The problem here, gentlemen, is that post all of these rough patches where people were getting him to say ridiculous things and recording it and then putting it out, is that he actually is part of a much bigger issue that's been happening. On Monday of this week, I got an email from our good old friends at SAG-AFTRA saying that they were going to actually sue Epic because of AI Darth's use of Vader's voice. Now, this is one of the things that SAG-AFTRA has been fighting for in terms of all of their actors. In fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but video game actors are still on strike to this day because of things like this kind of AI perpetuating. Video game actors are still currently on strike because many are afraid that they will be replicated or reproduced without their consent. And as someone who does a lot of random acting gigs, aka A-list casting, coming out soon.
Oh,
Who stars in that?
Oh,
I believe tall actress.
no.
calm down. Calm down. She's got a good part, but
I think
right here. And we
wasn't-
do a whole episode on AI. Season 2, we do
There
a
is.
whole episode on AI. It's really fun. Anyway,
It
continue.
is.
yeah.
There is.
It's weird that it was blurry background actress. It's weird that they put that part in there.
Yeah. That's my next role for next season.
Yeah.
Yes.
As much fun as I've had talking to Darth Vader in the game, I have to admit that it kind of ekes me out a little bit, and to the point that I actually I found this incredible quote from actor and Star Wars alum Harrison Ford, who was even one of the reasons why the video game strike started, because Harrison Ford commented on Troy Baker's performance of Indiana Jones in the new Indiana Jones game from Bethesda, and he said, "You don't need artificial intelligence to steal my soul," he told the Wall Street Journal. "You can already do it for nickels and dimes with good ideas and talent. Troy Baker did a brilliant job, and it didn't take AI to do it." Agreed. I don't think that people should be recreating people's likenesses via AI in order to just make a quick buck by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know if you've played the new Indiana Jones game, but it is incredible. Troy Baker does a spot on impression to the point that it's kind of creepy that he actually can get his voice that well. But I know that this is also something that we have to ask. We can't really ask James Earl Jones' actual opinion about this because, unfortunately, he has passed away. However, he did sign over his rights to AI to recreate Darth Vader's voice in 2022, which was the year that they were announcing Star Wars stuff coming into actual gameplay of Fortnite, which is an interesting thing. So everyone could grow up with the actual voice of Darth Vader for the original actor and not whenever Anakin Skywalker came on screen, because that would be something else. But whenever Darth Vader himself came on film, TV, or even in video games, James Earl Jones said that they can reproduce his voice via AI. So I'm conflicted about all of this. And this is one of those cases that I actually don't know which way I want to vote for on this, because I do have a great love of Star Wars. I geeked out. I got so excited that I got to talk to him. I even asked AI Darth Vader what he thought of SAG-AFTRA, and he told me that I needed to focus on the game at hand. Fair. But the problem is that I'm also a SAG-AFTRA person, and that's one of the things that I don't want to go up against my union because it's such a disparate thing. So I actually had to consult my lawyer, who just so happens to be the same lawyer for Darth Vader AI. So he couldn't be here with us today, unfortunately. He's traveling at the moment, so he sent in a video. Take a look.
All right. Hello, dishonorable. So good to see you. As dishonorable Katie Hampton has just explained to y'all, I am her legal team, her legal defenses, and I'm also AI Darth Vader's legal team. I'm his fixer. Ironic, because I ain't never been fixed, brother. That's right. Like fuzzy dice down there. Play with them for luck. No snake eyes, baby. Now, the question here in front of us that we all have to think about is, does SAG-AFTRA have a case? All right, so we all remember Force Unleashed, Force Unleashed 2, terrible. We all remember a little video series called Chad Vader. Now, they got that guy to replicate James Earl's voice for a lot of projects. Now, were any of us happy with it? I submit that we were not. We were all hanging out going, hey, James Earl's still alive, why don't you just pony up a couple extra bucks? Let us have the real Darth Vader experience. But here's the bigger problem, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. There are simply not enough actors alive on the planet to satisfy the needs of the Fortnite users, right? So you're going to get a guy to record every possible sound ever, only to do it not as good as James Earl? No, can't do it. You're going to have a call center, baby. A call center. Bunch of people hanging around, pretending they're Darth Vader, talking to nerds. Well, there ain't enough actors that can talk to nerds. There's only one specific creation in the world that can simply handle all them nerds. My client, AI Darth Vader, is the only one that can satisfy you. You saw Nick A30, that walking ADHD poster boy. He ain't ever been that happy since he got jacked off by his first girlfriend with a left hand. That's right. That's the most exciting you've ever seen. Actor in a call center, he can't do that. Nick A ain't ever gonna squeal like that for Jimmy John out of Sacramento, who's just got a little setup and a wee workstation. Ain't gonna work, brother. My main man, Artie. All right, so you tell me, my man, because you are in the industry, you're in casting. Could you ever imagine finding a suitable replacement for James Earl Jones? I submit you can't, especially not in Vegas, baby. SAG-AFTRA, you got plenty of money out there from all the dues and all them initiation fees. So here's my solution. I think it will please the jury and the judges, and we will find a great middle ground. My solution is take all that money you steal from actors, build a time machine, go back in time, and have George Lucas cast someone else other than James Earl Jones. You got the money, baby. I got the science. Let's rock and roll.
So, Kathy McConaughey, I think, put it specifically well. There's only one solution, and it's time travel. But I'm sorry. He's sending me one more message. Specific.
More? He needs more time?
He does. He needs one.
He needs more goddamn
minute.
time? All right.
Matthew Kelly, I heard a vicious rumor. Don't know if it's true. Everybody is presumed innocent until guilty. But the rumor is you're not much of a cat man. And man, I gotta tell you, maybe you just ain't met the right cat, brother. Here's what I think you should do. Come on down to Texas. I'm gonna take you to my favorite bar. It's called the Scratching Post. We'll get naked. Maybe play.
I'm so mad at him.
Lounge, cuddle, clean our buttholes. Each other's, obviously, with our tongues. Got to do it right now. Hey, Bacon, heard you just had a little piglet. I love me some bacon, brother. Put it on the grill, fry it up in the pan. I'd beg for that. Hey, Nate, love that mop of hair on your head, man. I could do wonders with that. Put my paws in it, rub around, pretend they're my mama's teat. Maybe I eat a little bit of it.
He's guilty. Just I never agree, right?
While you're sound asleep.
I want to hear where he goes with this.
Alarm clock. Yeah,
you better have a point, counselor.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's Kathy McConaughey's opinion on the matter. And with that, I rest my case and would beg that we all debate whether we think Darth Vader AI is innocent or guilty.
So, if you don't mind, I have strong feelings about this. I am very against using unauthorized AI. So, like Tupac showing up at Coachella, I'm out.
Not cool.
Right.
Nat King Cole singing with Natalie Cole, I'm out.
Not cool.
He signed over his name. That's the right way to do it. He said, go ahead and use it. I think that I don't like it. I know there's Darth Vader voices out there, but he signed it over. You know, if you're going to do it, that's the way to do it. I'm against it if it's unauthorized, but he's taken control of his own voice, even beyond the grave. That's his right. So I got to say not guilty to this one.
If anything, SAG's going against his own wishes, of which, if I say I want my voice to be used in AI to do something, because it is a sweet, sultry voice. Thank you so much. I was a SAG
You will
actor.
never stop talking about that, by the way, Artie.
A SAG voiceover actor.
I'm
real great.
I'm in heaven right now. Keep going, Bacon. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Just want to know. Got to give a shout out to my pops, Bob Bacon, or Bashful Bob Bacon, as he was known at WJJO in Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was raised in
That's
Wisconsin
neck of
too,
the
with two
woods.
Wisconsin boys.
Yeah. And if I have the opportunity, if I could take my dad's voice and put it in AI and have him say everything, to me again, I would do it in a second because it's awesome. But, if it's unauthorized, I totally agree with Nate. He said, let's do it. He wants it. SAG's guilty on this one because SAG's looking, they're in the right in their own mind. They're looking for their one thing to be like, what's the thing that we could attack that will get the most publicity? And for some stupid reason, they picked the wrong fucking thing. Idiots.
True.
This is why I just don't think we should have gone beyond Pong, because all you needed to do was a voiceover. Beep. That's probably the last video game that I ever played. And who can't go beep? We all could do that. See, this is where we crossed a line. Fortnite took it to another level. So that's one. Bacon, are you drinking a beer?
I'm drinking a fake beer. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. So see, I'm a little distracted with things. James Earl Jones, all I hear is CNN. That's all I hear now. It's clearly my age.
Yep.
I know. I wasn't a Star Wars person. I enjoyed it the first time. The first one, 1976, was it? Katie, I love that you're passionate about it. I feel that smart people love Star Wars. Like, they're really intelligent people, and I'm just not the brightest bulb on the tool shed. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's right.
James Earl Jones, I think we all respect him. Do I think he probably made a boo-boo? I think he made a boo-boo. But I'm kind of agreeing with you all that he did it. I don't agree with it. I also would support SAG-AFTRA in this, but since he did sign it over, what are we going to do? I mean, his family is laughing all the way to the bank. So yeah, not guilty, unfortunately.
I mean, it is a free-to-play game, so I don't know how much money they are getting for his likeness of his voice. You don't have to purchase anything to go check him out. So yeah, no, I will say it is fun to ask him if you can call him Anakin Skywalker, and then he decides to leave your team and then kill you. It is very funny, but yeah, no, I have to say that also I'm only SAG eligible and have been so for over a decade, so it is not guilty. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Not guilty.
I will say that also all this fake AI voice stuff, it is going to get to a point, I think, where, oh my God, we made him say all these horrible things. Isn't that so funny? That joke's going to get old really fast.
And it already had, I played 2 or 3 rounds with Darth Vader, and I asked him if he could speak Huttese, and he just kind of loops it back into whether you're dishonorable or weak. So
didn't we do this with Alexa 5 years ago?
Yeah,
yep, exactly.
Yep. And then, but just to push A-list casting, season 2, we do get an actress who is so bad. She's so bad on purpose. Yeah. It's hyperbole that we're pitching her as an AI actress. So that's kind of season 2. Tilt your head a little bit. Okay, now say that same line and look. Anyway, shameless.
Shout out to Nicole.
In focus, foreground actor is what she's named. In there, weird.
She's hilarious.
Weird. Yeah. It's just me, right? My last case of the night.
Yeah.
See, senor.
Oh man, I'm excited about this. Nate, I showed you this when we lived together. Nate and I used to be roommates before he died in that fire.
and got damned to this room for all eternity.
Did you not drop and roll?
No, I did not.
You
No.
did not.
They've been training you for it all this time.
I hid under the desk. That's the earthquake response to nuclear bombs, not fires.
Well, at least you didn't drown in quicksand, because that's the other alternative.
Wasn't there killer bees too?
Killer
bees were
bees.
always coming for us.
Yep.
Oh man. I do have a little nostalgic thing. This is a old ad from the late 80s, early 90s, Chicago car insurance ad. There's several of them. I'd love to just show you the first one here. Let me pause. Ooh boy. And yeah, it's comforting is what I'm going to say. That's all you need to know as we can watch
Like
this.
your voice.
Yeah. Let's all rest and lay down and get ready to watch.
You've ruined him, Artie. You have ruined him. This has gone to his head.
It was preemptively already in there, Nate. You know that.
Now it has permission to come out.
All right, there we go.
What's that? Do you have insurance on this car? No. It must be Eagleman.
Commercials?
I've got something for you.
Oh, hate it.
Oh, look at those low rates.
Be legal with Eagle. Call Eagle now for the lowest rates available. Our professional brokers are waiting. Call now.
No notes.
Perfect. Yeah.
That was everything. It just got weirder. Like, what the fuck?
Are we sure that wasn't Too Many Cooks? Did Darth Vader AI write that?
It's very inspired by it. This is very well known in the Chicagoland area. Just amazing acting, great hair. It is an Eagleman. They let us know, and then it shits an egg.
It gives birth to a Microsoft Excel. What?
Oh my!
And that voice, the voice does not match the face.
Yes,
Oh yeah, well the voice is, "I've got something for you."
Yeah. They had to squish that head to get it to talk.
Yeah.
And also, how low are those rates? 4 payments of $61. Okay.
I love when a commercial ends in an Excel sheet.
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is impossible to decipher.
I mean, they had to pay the actresses $50, so part of your insurance is going to that. I'm dialing that number right now.
It's got to still work.
It's
Is 773 still Chicago?
Yeah, 773 is Chicago. Yeah.
Oh.
How is it? So after 30, nothing happens to your insurance rates, huh? 30 to 75.
30, that's it. You peak at driving at 30 and it never goes down. So that's one. That played forever. That is like the commercial that played for over a decade.
Those
and
poor actresses. So they had to watch them. I mean, they're getting paid for it. So obviously they're getting money for
First of all, those girls got free drinks wherever they went in Chicago. All they had to say is, "We're the girls from the Eagleman commercial."
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
trust me, there are no residuals on that commercial.
Yeah. The residuals. The residuals are Malort.
Yeah.
It's free Malort wherever you go. That's the residuals.
I realized how stupid that sounded as soon as I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wowza.
So
call now.
They made a couple more of these masterpieces. So let's go ahead and watch the second version.
Do you have insurance on this car?
No.
What's that?
It's Eagle Woman!
I've got something for you.
Look, she's dropping her rates.
You can't beat this!
Eagle guarantees the lowest auto rates in Illinois. Be legal with Eagle. Call now.
Look at those low rates.
No notes.
No. No.
I never get more comfortable with hearing "Get Legal with Eagle," but
I love that they just took the first take every time.
We're losing light, people. We got.
We need to catch the gray hour.
Well, I think everybody knows when you make a commercial, you want to say like, who's our audience, right? So like, who are they making this for? Fucking perverts?
Yeah.
Like, make sure to get our car insurance if you're the kind of guy who gawks at women and can't control. It's basically a human cartoon.
What did he crash into?
I legit this shot right here. I thought
You mean
the flying shot, the amazing flying shot.
Yeah, where you could see Eagle Woman gets cut off right there.
I got concerned that Eagleman had turned maybe Russian or something because it looked like a red
They
beret.
went DEI.
Yeah.
This is like the first DEI ever existing. Like, we're going to make it inclusive. There's Eagle Woman, and there's a Hispanic woman, and we're going to really go off the little chart.
And a pervert.
Gotta get the pervert crowd.
We gotta get that pervert crowd. I'm telling you, they're the ones who crash the most. Always gawking at ladies. I've got something for you.
Much better eagle head mouth movement on that one. That was an actual puppet.
There's still the eagle, the people, everyone has dead eyes in this. Just dead eyes. Hey, the
I
prices
also
haven't
want to
changed.
check in on that woman, just like I wanted to check in on the boy with the hot dog.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Are we a little suggestive on this one? I don't know.
Barely. Her tits are eggs. Barely. Come on.
It's like, I crashed my car, but give me more egg, baby. Yeah, show me more egg.
That guy's like, I'm dying and concussed, but I gotta look at them boobies. He's a committed pervert.
They all are. Megan.
I think that's their slogan.
I love that he comes back for the tag.
Concussed a thing. Can you be concussed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much. You guys are
so into the Eagle Legal universe.
There's more, baby. It keeps going. It's like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I hope Eagle Woman is not Eagle Baby from the first one. God, please.
Oh God. Let's not look into that. Let's move on. There we go.
It's the best car on the lot.
No!
So
I don't want that!
What's going on over there?
that's Freak, and she's going to be selling her some car insurance today.
You'll buy our insurance, or you won't get the car. What's that?
He must be Eagleman!
I've got something for you.
No!
What?
You can't beat these.
Eagle quotes the lowest rates available, so don't buy your insurance from a freak dealer.
What?
I feel dirty from that one.
Oh, God. It feels like a snuff movie.
It just feels so wrong.
The woman that's like clearly stealing the car in the background of this shot. Right here. What? Is that the woman from the second commercial? No.
It feels like it. Oh, God. That looks like the bad guy from Happy Gilmore, too. What is she doing with the car?
I don't understand. It's too many hats. I don't know what's going on.
Why?
She's playing solitaire, but she's got the Joker.
There's a whip on the wall.
There's a whip on the wall.
Too many cooks. I'm all over the place here.
This They really pumped that fog machine before shooting it at his ass.
And they're like, hey, you know what worked the first time? The egg boob thing. We gotta do that again.
We need the
Let's
egg
go
tits.
back.
Yeah. But she has a mustache for some reason. Nah, egg boob works.
Well, I have a new kink. Sorry, guys.
What year was this? Is my question too.
Oh my god, this is probably early 2000s.
Oh my god.
Right?
I mean,
it
it
just
seems
all
like the
feels
same-
so wrong.
It's all well. It's clearly their office, their actual office.
Yes.
They just put like signs that they printed up at I don't know Kinko's.
Well, funny thing. So a funny thing about that. So we watched all these. One, this is very well known around the Chicagoland area, and there's T-shirts. I've seen several people in these T-shirts. I've got something for you.
Jesus.
The dead eyes on the bird is what makes
It's
it.
perfect. It's really
Such a
great.
bad slogan.
I want this shirt.
Like, did they have a casting session for this? Like, here's the break.
I think the human eagle walked in and they were like, perfect. We don't have to get makeup.
Just right after an AA meeting. We need to go over here and film a commercial too.
Can we hurry up? I feel an egg coming. Hurry, come on, hurry. Set up the lights. Hold on. I've got something for you.
You want me to shave my mustache?
No, keep it.
It is nice that he got a printer in his ass to put the rates on the eggs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. That is great.
Wait, did it just change?
It does change. Like they updated them. Like on that for a second. Yeah.
They did an After Effects thing.
Yeah,
and
that
it-
means there's post.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying this is early 2000s because they were able to do that. So that's like Final Cut Pro 5 or something. You could do that on.
Well, you could barely see the transition, so good job.
You didn't notice it the first time. You were too busy about that joke. So here's the thing. This was filmed at an actual car dealership in Chicago.
Wow.
And I'm like, and I didn't know this at the time, but I figured it out later. I'm not exactly sure. So here it is in the commercial. Okay. Here it is in another commercial, a KFC commercial that was shot in Chicago. And here's that exact angle with that little like house thing. And you can kind of see it's like kind of in the middle of a neighborhood, like on a busy road. Yeah. And so yeah, here it is from this KFC commercial on the right, and that's the commercial, the old one on the left. I know this because I was in this commercial.
What?
I'm the monster under the bed.
Of the KFC commercial?
In the KFC, the whole KFC is like bring the whole family together, and it was like even the monster under the bed.
That's really funny.
Right. And they were trying to use me. It's a bit. We could watch the other thing later. But I was actually there, I think, and I didn't even know it. Shot the same thing at what is apparently a Chicago landmark.
I mean,
this car dealership. I do believe it's on Ashland Avenue in Chicago, right here. Looks very, very similar.
I like that they updated the door. Good on them.
It got kicked in one day, probably.
Yeah.
Wild.
Wow, that is full circle, man. You got me. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
This is going on my Sears Tower, Chicago River tour. When I bring people there, I'm now going to find this place.
Find that place.
Yeah. And I'm old. I said Sears Tower. I don't think it's called that anymore.
No, we call it that here. That people think, yeah, that's how you tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bacon, are we trying to judge Eagleman himself or the commercial? Because I feel like I have two very disparate opinions.
So here's the great thing. Like Malort, I don't care if you vote innocent or guilty. I'm just happy that you watched it.
Yeah.
So
honestly, Bacon, you're discovering the joy of the cold case.
Yeah.
The vote doesn't even matter. At a
I don't
certain
even care.
point. You're
Is
just
it
having
guilty?
fun.
Yes, it's a billion% guilty because it's creepy as fuck. But is it innocent in the way that it is creative in only the way that a local TV ad can be? And the amount of dominoes that had to fall to get that. Several adults had to make this together and get other adults to make it and put it together. This isn't like a video that you made in high school, with a bunch of friends.
And they did it within 45 minutes. That's amazing. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. You're not
One of
wrong.
my favorite things to watch is when super untalented people do very complex things.
That's why people watch this show.
Exactly.
So true.
It's
Hey,
just-
wait a minute. I need to get my car. Bye, guys.
Bye.
It just gets to me, and that's wonderful, and I love it. So this is super not guilty. I hated every second of it, and I love it.
Oh, I mean, this is not guilty, and I will be forcing people to watch it at my house sometime in the near future.
Yeah, no, I find this way more innocent than Too Many Cooks.
I'm nauseous. I get hyperbole, but I feel sick to my stomach. So I'm going to go throw up. Is there a break coming up? Because I got to puke.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you guys watched that and enjoyed it.
I wouldn't say enjoy, buddy.
I would.
Look, everybody wants to take a shower once we're done with this, right? Like,
I'm jumping in this lake behind me.
Yeah, we're talking crying game shower, man.
Yeah, that's all the cases this week.
Artie, tell us about your show.
Oh yeah, tell us
Hey,
about your
if
show,
you-
Artie.
If you get really bored and you're really desperate for entertainment and you want to see the most funny dialogue, I got to push Katie on this. At the end of episode, Katie, what episode is that of A-list casting?
Oh God, are we talking
remember the
season 2?
episode?
I don't
Yeah,
remember
no,
the
season
actual
1.
number.
Shoot.
Oh, season 1. Oh.
She beats out a Juilliard actor in the episode. The episodes, remember, are 4 to 5 minutes. They're really quick. So if you are ADD, let's go. This is right up your alley. But Katie has a monologue at the end of episode where she beats out a Juilliard actor that when I'm sad or I'm feeling blue or I just watched a really horrible commercial about an Eagleman, I will turn that on. And it is all improv. And she nails it of this actress who beat out somebody for the part, and it just kills me. So A-list casting shoots in Vegas. It's a desperate sad casting agency that is just trying to keep it going, and my character just constantly can't get it right, but he keeps trying. And Katie comes in as a tall actress and steals every scene, obviously. But yeah, we've shot season 1. It's in the can. It's on YouTube. A-list casting. Season 2 is shot, and it will be out this fall most likely. But it's Michael Forsch is our director and Forsch director, and Zach is our director, and Chuck is our producer. And Chuck is in it as well, executive producer. So it's a fun, beautiful cast and a lot of improv. Well written by Nick Adams. Yeah, shout out. Thank you, Hannah. Oh my gosh, Hannah. Kate, have you seen Hannah? She's on a commercial frenzy. She's on Golden Corral right now. She's on a cranberry commercial. Hannah plays one of the leads in our show, Hannah McBride. So she's on a commercial frenzy right now. So
nice. Well, work with Cinderella.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, and pleasure meeting you all. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming.
So, yeah, a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anything else? Just hey, if you watched the show this far, like and subscribe. We'll be back next week. We're here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 4 p.m. on the West Coast, or if you're in the best time zone, the Central, at 6 p.m.
It's 7 p.m. in Taiwan. Too. Or 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Good one, Nate. Yeah.
Morning show.
Yeah. Thanks.
What time is it at your grandma's house?